So I asked my friends at Blue Skeezy what they wanted to see me review next. Hands down, Real Housewives of Potomac. So that's what we're going to do, you know, now that Love Island season is over. So let's just jump right in. Season 10, episode 1. We start with the bang of the Queen Grand Dame herself. Karen Huger is getting out of the Montgomery detention center after serving her 6-month sentence. The next scene we see immediately Giselle and Ashley is discussing the sentencing and, you know, giving very Mean Girl energy, kind of like clinkety clink vibes, like they wish they could but they could never vibes. And yeah, just basically explaining that, you know, while they are upset that Karen's in a situation after 5 DUIs or 4 or whatever they said, you know, it was time for her to, you know, do her diligence and serve this time. So remorseful, no. Feel like it's going to be preventative, yes. And they thought it was actually like good that she had to serve the time and, you know, did the crime, pay the time. In this same scene, this is when the tides turn for me and it becomes the Stacey show, literally. So the girls all gather because they're discussing Karen and, you know, the impact of the reunion, but it turns into let's dump on Stacey and be mean girls kind of situation. It was just like a reunion part 2 for Stacey, and they're accusing her of lying in the TJ situation, and she needs to be honest and come out with the story of that she paid this guy and da-da-da-da, and they're all just harping on her like cats, like just very mean girl, very sorority vibes. And because of that, Stacey gets up and she dashes out because Stacey dash. I didn't even mean to do that, but yeah. So she leaves because she's like, you know, I'm not going to put up with this. I don't have to put up with this. And she decides she doesn't feel welcomed anymore, and she ends up leaving Giselle's house. And if you notice, a lot of people getting attacked at Giselle's house. I wouldn't step foot. Following up with that is Ashley. I guess she's feeling kind of remorseful for how the events occurred at Giselle's house. So she invites Stacey to go shopping with her, and immediately, again, is on the attack. You're a liar. I know you're a liar. There's a famous actress that told me you're a liar, who's friends with TJ, and she's like, who is this woman? She tells her, but this bleeped out, of course. People are saying it might be Loretta Devine. Loretta, baby, Jersey girl. I hope you ain't get yourself in this mess, but I don't know. But other people are saying it could be another actor potentially. Not sure, but I just hope it ain't Auntie Loretta, because she don't got time to be in no Real Housewives drama at all. Again, Stacey storms out because she's basically like, you and your imaginary friend, whoever is coming up with showing you legal documents, I've forgiven TJ, I've moved on. It's none of your business. If you're my friend, you will be wanting to know how I'm doing post, you know, everything I went through last season, post-divorce and things like that. Instead, you're so worried about this fake storyline. Like, if it's real, if it's not, if I paid him, if it's not, either way, it's not your business, Ashley. And that's what she kind of is getting to. Like, so she's like, take you and your imaginary friend and you go off into Willy Wonka land. You know, you play child. She's like, you're a mom. You're a whole mom. Don't you got bigger responsibilities to deal with? Speaking of Ashley being a mom and now a single mom because she is divorced, she is learned that she got a really big settlement from Chris Darby, I believe her husband's name. So her ex-husband's name. So apparently he is worth $20 million and she's going to get half of his worth. So that means effectively Ashley Darby is now worth $10 million, which is crazy because that's how much Andy Cohen makes per season, $10 million. So if she keeps it up, she might be able to be toe-to-toe with Andy at a certain point. And you know, one thing about them producers and owners and execs and corporate in general, you never outshine the master. So we'll see how this pans out because, you know, Monique and Chris, they had money coming into the Housewife franchise, and we see how that worked out. Nothing they hate more than a housewife that got her own money. You know what I mean? Like, for real. And also, I'll just add that Stacey also, she went through with her divorce, according to her, but at the same time, she and her husband, similar to Nene and Greg, they decided to, and a lot of couples, they decided to rekindle their marriage. And if I'm being honest, this is the most chemistry I've seen with Stacey and a guy, because TJ, even if she did pay him, he needs to get the money back because he was not acting like he was into her at all, like not by any shape of the word. So the fact that her husband is back in the picture, and you can see there's like an electric chemistry there, and it just feminizes her, and just like, I don't know, I just love the situation. It was just really nice to watch Stacey be adorned. Also, I said to myself, when the girls find out that Stacey's back with her husband, they're going to gag. It's going to be crazy. So, because the girls have nothing going on. Like Giselle, her 2 daughters are off, her 3 daughters, sorry, are off to school. She has nothing going on but turning Ashley into Robin 2.0. And if Robin's not careful, I mean, if Ashley's not careful, she's going to turn her into Robin and turn the whole world against her, just like they did Robin, because she's up there doing Giselle's bidding. Meanwhile, Giselle gets to prance around and act like the voice of reason, but she is not. She is the voice of Ashley. She is the voice of Robin. She's the leader of the Mean Girls, but nobody recognizes it. Real doesn't recognize Real, apparently. Moving right along, we enter the second act of the show by literally entering Ashley's party, which is called Second Bloom. And in this time and season, she feels like her first half of her life was her first bloom, and this one is now her second rebirth, her second bloom, which I actually thought was a really cute sentiment, but people have been hating on it, like, what? But I got it right away. I'm like understanding that because I'm like a spiritual girly myself, Christian, but spiritual. As the party kicks off, tensions rise between Ashley and Stacey to a climax, the point where Stacey's literally saying, you're calling me a liar. How do you have proof that I'm a liar? Because one thing we got to give Stacey this whole episode, she was reading the girls down. She was having the looks. They were so gagged that the only thing they could say is that her breath stinks. Like, are we kindergartners? Even kindergartners would not be so cruel. Like, how old are we? Are we not about to be 50-year-old ladies? And this is why this show sometimes is a hit or miss, because I don't like that. Like, there's other reads than talking about somebody in a personal, like, hygienic way, or like looks, body shaming. Don't like none of that kind of stuff. The same thing with the colorism. Like, stop talking about color. Stop talking about, how somebody looks like a man, transphobia. I don't like none of that. Like, anything close to that line turns me off completely. So the fact that Ashley is this body positive, gender forming person, spiritual internally, but she's not, because what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose your soul? And I feel like every time I see her talk to Stacey is one more soulless act that she's doing, because there's no reason for it. The only reason is for it because she don't have nothing to do. She is profiting the whole world. She's getting everything she wants, but she's miserable and unhappy. Gained the whole world but lost her soul. So that is the ending of the show there. There was a climax, a crescendo between the two ladies, and then boom, we'll find out what happens on the next episode. But right now, I'm supporting what Stacey has going on, because she comes off as the more, like, level-headed person. Even though, yeah, she might have lied about TJ, but what girl hasn't lied about not wanting a man, or not a man situation? It's not, sometimes you just don't want to be with that man, and it ain't nobody's business. We did meet 2 new characters, though, that I don't want to miss. We met Angel Massey and Tia Glover. I really resonated with Angel, so I hope she shows up, like, because she's my kind of girl. Like, she's just like me. And then in my front, like, she looks like my family. Like, her husband looked like like, it's just a cute little situation, so I resonate with her. So hopefully she doesn't let me down. And then Tia Glover, I love a UK. I love Island, so love UK vibes as well. So hopefully Tia shows up and shows out and doesn't pick the wrong side of history. Some other heavy hitters, Kiana. I was really disappointed in her because I feel like she's lost in the sauce right now. She doesn't know who she wants to be. And I just said, we like you already, Kiana. You don't have to pick sides with these girls. You could just be the cool chick who everybody comes to. Kind of like how Karen sometimes positioned herself throughout the years. And as far as Wendy Osefo, she's very closed in this season. I think that comes from the betrayal of learning Karen wasn't a big fan for her, even though she had garnered such love and respect for Karen. So that has really triggered her this season. It's really hard to watch. But on a positive note, it was really nice to see Wendy and Happy Eddie and show their businesses and, just be the diva that she is in terms of her family and her connection and what she's thriving for. But I think it's the same thing when it comes to that connection she had, that loss of respect that she had for Karen, feeling set up. And I think she just is on the defense this season. So I'm sure as the season goes on, we'll see the old Wendy that we're used to. Because I have a really great admiration and respect for Wendy. Never switched up on her, liked her from day one. And also, I see the games. I see the games they play on Wendy. Like, nobody ever convinced me that Wendy was the problem. Nobody. Like, to this day, I see all the stuff and I see all the background. And even though you guys know I'm a Karen girly, I love Karen Huger, I love the grind down as well, but I feel like I'm a viewer, so I can like both for different reasons, even if they don't like each other. And that's how I feel about Wendy. Like, I'm a Wendy girl. Like, sorry. And we poli-sci. Clock it. And with that, I do think we are going to see Karen Huger wrap up the season, because we began with Karen, first scene, getting out of the detention center. I think we're going to end with Karen coming maybe for, I don't know, I just think it's going to be a cliffhanger kind of situation. Like, we hear click, clack, or and literally, like, I don't know, or clinkety clink. I don't know, I think it's going to be something really dramatic, really cinematic, really dramatic, and really beautiful moment for like viewers. And I think it's gonna end there. And I don't know if we're gonna get her at the reunion. I don't know if we're gonna get her in the middle of the season. But I personally, if I was the production, I would not bring her back this season. I would make us wait to season 11 and give her this season off. So I would end the series with her walking in, or her saying some iconic line like, oh, I guess I'm the clickety clank, or something like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And then just boom, end it. And then we'll be prepared for Karen for season 11, because she does. Let the queen rest a little bit, and let the new girlies carry something, because she's been carrying this show on her back since day one. It's been the Karen Huger show, so they can stand to, you know, let the youngest handle it for now, because the OGs, she needs the rest. The OG needs the rest. Did not miss Mia. Did you? I seen Mia with Bobby Valentine. I said, what are you doing? But whatever. To each his own. I'm not judging. I'm really not. And I'm, unlike you guys who like completely hate Mia, I like characters for character shows. So she has a big personality. And yes, again, liar. All these girls is liars. Pretty little liars at this point. So I think we should have her on Atlanta. And people are like, no. But I just would get a key out of her and Portia. And I'm not a Phaedra girl, but I do like Phaedra and Portia together. Like, I don't like Phaedra on her own, because she be doing too much. And it come off, you saw inauthentic. Phaedra comes off so inauthentic sometimes to me. It's like, yeah, it's too much. But she said, if I'm too much, you know, them type of girls. But anyway, bring Mia to Atlanta to hang out with Portia. I think they would get along, like, in a grand scheme of things, much better than she got along with the girls from Potomac. And if she don't get along with the Atlanta girls, then you can give her a boot. But I want her with the Atlanta girl. But I really didn't miss her too much, you know, in this first episode. I will give it about an 8.5, 9. Like, it was pretty high up there for me. It was a pretty solid first coming out episode. All the girls did what they were supposed to do. The only one I'm kind of disappointed in is Kierna, because I expected her to be more like jazzy, like classy, low-key, but high-key fashion, serving looks, not serving drama. And I don't know if who and what and where got into her head, like the producer, like, you better bring it or they're not going to bring you back. But she's bringing it in the wrong way. I wanted her to be more, I thought she was going to be like mindful and demure and classy and cute. And she's turning into something that I didn't see coming. I don't want to put a label on it, but whatever that is, I'm not a fan. I like the first Kierna that we got on the first season. Just chill, whatever, however you playing it, I'm still going to be me. But this attacking and the bullying and the, that didn't seem like her vibe to me. So she's a businesswoman, she's classy. I don't know what they're doing to her, but bring the first season that we met Kierna, bring that girl back, because she's losing the plot to me big time. But yeah, that is my recap for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. And if you're watching here on TikTok, please don't forget to hit the follow button above. I'll see you guys next time. It's your girl, Nika Nicole, and this has been Give This Girl a Mic. Bye-bye.